welcome back again, guys. This is where we now reassemble our system unit. Now, so we can take all the steps that we took to disassemble, to now reassemble. Now, as you can see, there's a pink mat placed at the floor of the system unit. This is so that the motherboard can be placed on a soft surface. Alright, so now we have to take a look at where the ports are on the motherboard and properly align them with the slots at the back of the system unit. So let's gently put that into place. And of course, we have to align the screws. Alright, I think that's properly placed. Let me check the back. Excellent. Now we will install back our screws. Attack this corner here first. Alright, slowly and precise, and there we go. So as you can see, I'm using my hand to just hold the motherboard firmly in place. So while I'm screwing back these screws, it does not move. Alright, so let me go ahead and place the second screw. So you have to hold the motherboard firm. Alright, now that you have two screws in place, you have a little bit more freedom now to install the remaining screws. So let's quickly install these three. Alright, now that's incorrect. Here it is. That's one. Two. If I can find this slot. Alright, there we go. We don't want to be too rough, we just need to be gentle because the motherboard is very delicate. Alright, now we have the final screw to install. We have to just find that slot hidden over here. And it's also very advantageous that we have a very long screwdriver, because that allows us for a bit more freedom when working. So we don't have to have our hands inside the system unit when we're screwing, so that limits the amount of static energy that we have inside the system unit. Now that the motherboard is placed firmly back into place and we double check if the slots are all exposed, we can reinstall back all the cables into the ports. Now remember, we removed this tiny speaker, and just like that, it is now reinstalled. I love to install my RAM before I install the rest of my connectors as well. And this RAM only goes one place on the motherboard. As you can see, this is the slot for the RAM. And to place it in, and it is now a clip. Clips on very easily like a Lego. And there we go. RAM already installed. Now the SATA cable, and I would have already mentioned that this is the communication between the motherboard and the hard drive. Alright, let me install the SATA. Excellent, and reinstall the rest of the cables quickly so we can be finished with this assembling process. Alright, there you go. Very simple. Turn this around here. You find the slot to slide it in just like so. You find the side where the clip is supposed to be placed. Firmly push down. Alright, 2 more cables and we will be through. And these cables, of course, come from the power supply. So these are from the power supply to the motherboard. So that's where the motherboard gets its power from. And then we have a few more tiny cables which are properly labeled. This is the power LED, the reset, and the power. Now you just place these in their correct positions to enable the power button to be able to boot the computer. 1 and 2. I think we have one more important one. Here it is. Alright, now that those are all properly installed, we can quickly just glance and double check if all our cables are properly installed and do a little bit of cable management because you have space remaining in the system unit. Alright, excellent. Now that we've checked and everything seems to be properly placed, we will now apply the covering to the system unit. There it is, and just slide it back into place. Just like so. Now we have to reinstall the first things that we removed from the computer. Of course, the power supply, or the power cable, like so, and the display cable. This is the VGA. Goes in the VGA port. Of course, we have a few PS2 ports, a few USB ports, USB 3.0, PS2 over here, and the HDMI port as well. And just like that, we have disassembled and reassembled our system unit. Of course, we will get go a bit more in depth and install a brand new software on this system unit. Thank you.